these disparate characters, and these are the ones that Jesus used to change the world. We like to just pick and choose. Come on now. That's the way we do things. Folk we like, folk that we think that are about something, folk that we respect because they've had secular success. And one of the things that I will tell you off the top, secular success does not necessarily lend itself to spiritual devotion. We pick and choose. God can use this amalgam of what I would say challenged people. I learned a lot about how, God can use disparate items in order to bring about his program. And I think some of you heard me tell this before. I make the turkey in our house for Thanksgiving. And when I was growing up, we would always take what you call dressing, we called stuffing. Because we would do the bread and mix the egg stuff in there, put sage in there, et cetera, and then we would put that in the middle of the turkey. That was the way I raised. That's the only way I knew how to do that. But I'd raise somebody who's super intelligent, my daughter, and she said, "I ain't eating none of that. All that bacteria you putting in the middle of the..." All right, so I'm not arguing. I said, I'm not arguing this Thanksgiving. So what I decided to do, I said, all right, you tell me how to do it. All right, she said, well, you take this and put on the side, and you bake it separately. I said, fine, but what you going to do with the inside of the turkey? And she said, well, you have to put in aromatics. I didn't even know what aromatic was. She said, you got to put in aromatics. I said, aromatics? Yeah. And she said, what you got to do is get you an onion, all right, and peel the onion, slice the onion, put the onion in, cool. Then she said, what you got to do, get you some carrot, cut up the carrot and put the carrot in. I said, cool. All right, get you some parsley, rosemary, sage. I put that in. I said, cool, because put that stuff in there. She said, now you got to get you an apple. An apple? She said, yeah, cut up apple. I'll put a little bit of apple in there. She said, now get you an orange. I said, an orange? And she said, yeah, cut up the orange and put it in there. And do you know, to my surprise, that was one of the best turkeys that I had ever made. But notice how it came to be. Onion with apples, sage with oranges, celery with thyme. All these things individually wouldn't have done a thing. And they seem to be opposites. But when they come together, y'all ain't gonna help me. Don't you know that God can take an onion from over here and an apple from over here and an orange from over here and some sage from over here and put it on? What do you think we are as a church? We are not all educated. We are uneducated and educated. We are labor and corporate. We are black and some less than. We are gay and straight. God can take anybody. Bring it together. Come on. Y'all ain't helping me. I'm so glad that God doesn't limit himself to one kind of person. God uses everybody. Uses everybody. Somebody looked at you and said that you wouldn't be worth something. Look at where you are right now. Some folk tried to count you out. But look where you are right now. Somebody thought that you weren't worth nothing. But look where you are right now. Some folk thought you weren't talented. Look at where you are right now. Some folk called you dumb and stupid. But look where you are right now. Some said that you ain't come from nobody. You ain't headed nowhere. Oh, but look what the Lord